Greetings, boxing fans. This is Nick with BNboxingNews coming at you. Credit to boxing scene. I was just reading this article and I said, man, you know what? Let me share this article with everyone because it was just some great reads. Because I was trying to figure out something. I was trying to figure out if Terrence Crawford is no longer with Top Rank, why is Bob Arum continually talking about how Terrence Crawford don't sell? At this point, if this is still being mentioned, several things that could be going on. And I'm going to read this article from Boxing Scene, and then I'll tell you what I think is happening, because I don't think that what he's doing now it's cool. It looks like it's just I'll tell you. Let me read this. The title of it is Crawford isn't pay-per-view draw. We lost money on every fight. Interesting. Now, while reading the articles, I'm going to ask some questions. If you lost money on every fight, why were you continually putting them on pay-per-view? If you lost money on every fight, why did you re-sign him a couple of years ago when you re-signed him? If you lost money on every fight, why do you want to re-sign him now? You see, those are the questions I have for Mr. Bob Arum. Okay, let me get to the article and see. All right. So they talk about how Terrence Crawford, all right, is a three division champion, and now he's no longer under contract with Bob Arum. Okay, it's expired. So basically, Terrence Crawford, of course, we all know, recently stopped Sean Porter in the 10th round of their pay-per-view bout in Las Vegas. All right. So bringing Terrence Crawford to 38-0 with 29 knockouts. So after that fight, he was free. He's no longer with Top Rank. He's free agent. Great thing. This is something that Bob Arum has said in reference to Terrence Crawford. He said, well, I'm pretty sure, Terrence Crawford said this. Well, I'm pretty sure my decision's made already. Right? He said that in his post-fight conference after defeating Sean Porter. Bob couldn't secure me the Errol Spence fight when I was with him. So how he going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, I'm moving forward in my career right now, and I wish everybody the best. True statement. Because Bob Arum isn't still talking about Errol Spence. Bob Arum is talking about matching him with Josh Taylor. You see, and so when he did that, he talked about how Bob Arum just sat there, and had to digest, this painful, honest comments. The 90-year-old has since opined on the situation surrounding the top pound-for-pound fight he promoted. So see, there he goes. Now, this is when he's going to go on his little tirade. And like I say, he keeps telling different people how, Terrence Crawford isn't a draw. Terrence Crawford, he lost money on every single fight. So I don't know exactly. I'm not going to read this stuff, word for word. But at the end of the day, I'm just giving y'all the gist of it. Y'all see it on the screen. You can read it if you want to read it. But Bob Arum, is just saying that he could have bought houses, man, opposed to just losing fight on his fighter. Well, it's all a gamble, man. It's all a gamble. And we all know that Bob Arum, Terrence Crawford, they could have been fighting the guys in the PBC. And if that would have been done, he would have been good. What's going on with you? On it soon in the building, man. This dude still out here, man, talking shit about Terrence Crawford. And my deal is this here, bro. You continually talking about this man who's no longer with you, but you still want to sign him. And you lost money on every single pay-per-view, but you still want to sign him. He's all the stuff you're saying about him. But my thing is this. At this point, I think you're just trying to destroy him. At this point, I think that he's just trying to ruin that man's value. At this point, that's the only thing it could be. Because, why else would he be saying all of this? If this man's no longer with you, he's no longer your issue. So all of that, which is being said, shouldn't even be said at this point. He's going to be somebody else's issue. It's going to be his own issue. That's part of the problem what he did to himself when he started speaking negative on Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford was still signed to him. I mean, you can potentially ruin somebody's value, bring down their stock. We all know that Terrence Crawford is a great fighter, all right? He's one of the top dogs in the 147 welterweight division right now. Pound for pound, right now, he is my number one pound for pound fighter, okay? He is. I got him ranked number one over Canelo Alvarez. I'm sure everybody want to know why. Because of the clenbuterol situation, and I know that boxing is allowing Canelo to use an illegal substance by raising the bar on clenbuterol. I can't do it, bro. You got to be clean all the way, man. And if it wasn't for that situation, man, he would have been my number one. But as far as I know, Terrence Crawford is clean as a whistle. So definitely he's my number one. All right, pound for pound fighter. But back to the mission at hand. Bob Arum is constantly just trying to tear him down. And if you see how he looked when Terrence Crawford told him that he's taking his business elsewhere, you would definitely understand, dude, you're just hurt. You're talking like an angry bitch at this point. Angry female, because you have no reason to continue to tear this man down. You should, like everybody, like all the other top fighters that were with him, man. After they left him, bro, they blew up bigger than ever. Floyd Money with Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, still all of that. Mikey Garcia, that's something right there, just to name a few, So, like I said, this whole top rank situation is just one of those. He's a great stepping stone. You start with him first, let him, you fill out the markets while with top rank in the beginning, and then you move on to bigger and better things. Shouts out to, top rank for what they've done for those fighters' careers. But sometimes you got to move on, man, to bigger and better things. You can't just stay stagnant. Once you fill out the markets, man, and you know what it's all about, man, yeah, you should move on. That's just what it is, But proud of this brother for moving on. Definitely want to see the Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. That's the biggest fight out there right now. Think about it. If Errol win the first fight and they got a rematch clause in there, they could have a second fight. They could have a trilogy. Man, that's lots of money. After the trilogy, they could sail off into the sunset if they choose. If they choose, they can just sail off into the sunset, man. Definitely want to see the best fights, man. Not even about being a fanboy of either fighter. I respect both fighters. I attend both fighters' fights. Like I said, I was in Vegas to see Terrence Crawford. All Errol Spence fights here in Dallas, I was there, ringside. So that's just what it is, man. But I just think that it's gonna be a hell of a fight, once it's made. And Good luck to both fighters, man. May the best man win. Out of Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. That's just what it is, man. And with that being said, bro, at this point, why is Bob Arum continually slandering this man's name? Why is this happening? Why is he continually slandering this man's name? That's my hookup on that. At this point, you're just trying to destroy his stock. I think you just trying to hinder him from getting picked up by someone else. But any other promoter out there should know better. They should know your value. They should know that you're one of the top pound for pound fighters out there. They should know that you're one of the best in the welterweight division. If he lost money on you, maybe he didn't know how to market you. I read somewhere where he admitted to who was that? I think it was Fred. He admitted to Fred that he couldn't market black fighters or urban fighters. Well, if that's the situation, shame on him. He didn't know how to turn Bud Crawford into a cash cow. That's not on Bud Crawford, man. It's on him. It's on Bob Arum. At this point, Bob Arum should try to hire or put one of his family members in place that's a little younger, or show them the ropes and let them take over these fighters and see what they can do. What you use back in the 70s may not work today in the millennium, and that's something that he needs to understand. Yeah, no, Mooney Soon, you're correct. He lost out. Bob did lose out, and he's butthurt. You saw how he looked at Terrence Crawford. Well, how dare you leave me in front of all these people? You look like a hurt female, and like her old man just broke up with her. And at the end of the day, man, he got what he deserved. And I ain't mad at Crawford. Man. Great decision made by Crawford. Okay, look at this one here. Derek Pettis. He said, nobody wants to see Crawford. How is that Bob's fault? Bob can make people buy the fight. He can't make people buy the fight. It's called promotions, brother. I mean, he has to go out there and make you do things, put him into the communities, have a signing, like a glove signing where he comes out, meet and greets, do things to promote your fighter. That's his job as a promoter. If instead of these last minute fights, Terrence Crawford fights next month, man, that should be planned out maybe 3 or 4 months out. Terrence Crawford would be fighting Errol Spence in May. May 3rd, something like that, right? You plan that shit out now, and then they do like a promotional tour, like Mayweather used to do. They go to different places and they just do a promotional tour, and they talk to their people, they talk to their fans, So that's just different ways of maneuvering. And I understand what you're trying to say. You said, right here, you said, no other fighters do that. But if he's having an issue with connecting, I get what you're saying. If Bud Crawford is having a problem connecting with his fans, with his fan base, or just with people, they need to take a step further. That's all I'm saying. They should take it a step further. Whereas, he make that connection. If he's not making that connection, bro, that's when you're gonna lose money. You're gonna lose money if you cannot connect with your fan base. And at the end of the day, why do you hire a promotional company for if he can't help you to connect with your fan base? That's why you hire a promotional company. They're supposed to promote you. They're supposed to do everything they can do to make you sell. Now, come on, bro. Terrence Crawford don't have a fan base? Where you get that from, man? Come on, man. Everybody got a fan base, bro. All them Bud fans out there, bro. Shit, bro. I'll be damned. They got a hell of a lot. First of all, I go to Terrence Crawford fights, right? I'm a fan of Terrence Crawford and Arum. When I went to Nebraska, when he fought Benavidez, dude, the entire freaking arena was sold out for this dude. That dude have a fan base. When I went to his last fight against Porter, man, everybody there was from freaking Nebraska. Every fan you saw in that building, most of the fans you saw in that building was for Terrence Crawford. That wasn't Porter fans in Vegas. Shit, them people was wilding out, boy. Nebraska was in the building. That man got a following. He got a fan base. Yes, he can use more fans. I get it. But, you know, it definitely will sell fights, Derek. It's going to sell fights. He got to do more. I get it. Terrence Crawford got to connect with his fans more. Not shy away from his fans. That does hurt him. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to even say it don't hurt him. He got to learn to connect with his fans and not shy away from his fans. You know, that image of him is not good. That's something he got to work on, you know. But I don't think Bob Arum saying that he don't sell is the whole truth, bro. I think that, you know, he does sell, but not as much as Bob Arum would like to see. By him being one of the best fighters in the world, Bob probably thinks that he should be way more money involved or made than what's made. And like I said, sometimes your image on how you market yourself. You know, remember, you got to do what's called self-market. You got to go out there and, like I said, meet fans, sign gloves, talk to fans, be fan friendly. And I know a lot of that stuff is out there on him, but that's something that he needs to clear up. He needs to be out more and showing people I'm not the guy y'all think I am. You know, and Moon and Soon, he said, sell the fight. Man, the fights are going to be sold, dude. I'll tell you right now, man, if this fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford get made today or tomorrow, that's going to be the biggest fight. If you think you're going to lose money on that fight, you're crazy. There's going to be a lot of money to be made. A lot of money to be made. But it has to be made first. This fight has to be made. And it's going to be a lot of money. Just a lot of money involved. But like I said, there's some things that Terrence Crawford got to do himself too to get his fight to sell. Some things he has to do himself. If you're already not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the little bell-shaped icon. Hit the like button. Please hit the like button, man. And like I said, I enjoy chopping up with these guys, man. Go ahead. Regardless of your, you know, I don't knock nobody for their opinion. Everybody has an opinion, you know, and I'm not knocking either one of you guys for your opinion. I'm not the fighter, and personally, I can't really speak for the fighter. So all I do is I share my opinion with you guys, and, you know, we can agree to disagree. So I salute these guys for coming on here and stating their opinions on how they feel. Derek Pettis, boy. Derek Pettis, who is your fighter, man? Tell me who your fighter is, Derek Pettis, because you don't seem to like. Here we go. We got a Bud fan in the building. Because you said Bud didn't have no fans. We got a Bud fan in the building. Let me read this first. Derek Pettis. No other fighter had to do that. Nobody believed in the hype that surround him. If him and Spence fight, people are going to pay only because they want to see Spence beat him. Man, they got a lot of Bud fans, bro. They got a lot of Bud fans, man. I mean, Derek, I can't agree with you on that, man. I can't agree with you. I cannot agree with you on that. You know, I love Spence now. Don't get it twisted. I love both fighters. We got to see the fight. Dead Game said, Dead Game Boxing, salute in here, man. Salute to you, my brother. Look at this dude, man. Look at this. They gave by #1 Buff fan in here. I have you a like, bro. Thank you, Derek Pettis, man. Thank you for the like, man. I definitely appreciate that, my brother. I need that, bro. Because my algorithm on my stuff, man, don't be moving at all, man. Because nobody don't be hitting the like. I appreciate you, Derek, though, serious. Dead game. Like and subscribe. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Thank you for that, man. Need that. Need both of those. Need all of that. Derek, you cannot deny that. Man, there's a lot that Terrence Crawford has to do. I gotta admit, I'm not knocking you on that. He has to do some self-promotions, right? I've been in the same building, matter of fact, right here in Dallas. It was, I'm gonna tell you something, it's a small short story. It was the Mo Hooker versus Ramirez fight. For that fight right there, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was in the building. Both guys was in the building. And Errol Spence stood around, took pictures with all of us and chopping it up with him. You know, him and Derek James chopped it up with us, and just cool dude, man. Terrence Crawford took a right turn, got the hell on out of there. He didn't deal with none of us. He didn't talk to no one. That hurts you. That's why I told you I agree with you to some point. That hurts him to a standpoint. I can't hate on him. I don't know why he does that. But at the end of the day, that hurts him. You know, he got to stop that. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, fellas. All right, I'm back. It just has to happen, bro. He didn't talk to anyone. He just took a right turn and bailed out and didn't deal with nobody. As a fan, you know, some people probably was upset. You know, me personally, I don't chase after no man. I just looked at him and like, all right, you know, it's all good. But you gotta connect with your fans, bro. Especially those like myself who get floor seats. I buy floor seats, meaning the amount of money I pay for your fight, dude, you should wanna speak, take a picture, whatever. That fight wasn't his fight, but still, that was his chance to connect with certain fans. You know, he didn't have to go into detail with nothing, but he could at least, you know, interact with his fans, and that's some things that help sell fights. You know, that help sell your fight. That can make somebody make you or break you, like you or dislike you. You know, stuff like that. What's going on, King Pop in the building? Appreciate you, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that like button. Boy, Derek ain't backing down, boy. That boy said he's avoiding spits. Man, I saw something the other day, you know, with Bo Mac and some things that Bo Mac said. I think him and Spence both had a set of order of business to complete prior to fighting one another. Spence basically has almost completed his order of business, which he said he's going to do prior to fighting Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford had a set of business too. He wanted to get the WBO first, and he wanted to make some quick money because I think these guys now, they think once they lose, it might hurt their money, or they don't know how it's going to affect their careers. They try to hurry and make a certain amount of money, and then they'll fight you or whatever. I really can't speak for either one of them, but I can say this. Nothing should stop these two guys from fighting each other in 2022. If they don't fight in 2022, I don't want to hear about Bud Crawford and Spence fight. That shit should be just stopped. It shouldn't even be a conversation anymore at that point. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even be a conversation anymore. So hopefully we see the Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford fight in mid part of 2022, and may the best man win. You know, we can't say who's better until we see the fight. I'm not gonna waste my time on here, get on record saying this person or that person is going to win if if they hadn't fought each other. You know, hopefully they fight each other this year and the best man will win. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, you know. Like I said, respect go out to both guys, and just what it is. But Bob Arum got to stop trying to mess that man's name, saying that he don't sell, he lost money on every pay-per-view fight. I think at this point, all promoters and everyone got their mind made up. I'm sure by now, Bud Crawford have someone to advise him. And if I was him, I would just stay independent, man, and do my own thing. Like I think Derek said earlier, you know, no, I think it was Mooning Soon. Self-promote and market himself. Sometimes you don't need a promoter to do that. You can do that shit yourself. And just like his last fight was fantastic. He won in a fantastic manner. Continue to do it that way, man, and you're going to sell automatically. It is what it is. I mean, he's going to automatically sell. People are going to automatically respect him. That's just how it has to go. So I can't wait to see him in the ring again with another top competitor, another top fighter, because I think Errol Spence is trying to fight, or is going to fight Ugas next. Once Errol finished up business with Ugas, I'm sure he's going to be calling for the Terrence Crawford fight. So it's a set of order of business that has to happen first. You know, and once the set of order of business happens, may the best man win. That's just how it's going to go. But man, it was great being on here with you guys. I definitely appreciate this live this morning. A lot was spoken about. You know, like I said, both fighters are great fighters. And if you're already not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you comment below. Make sure you hit the like button. And it's about to be another great year of boxing. This year although it's not ended yet, you know, it's ending on a high note with some great freaking fights. Although some of the fights are not ending the way we want them to end, hey, the challenge was made, the challenge was accepted, and we have to live with the decision or the knockout or whatever happened. You know, as a fight fan, you have to move on. Your favorite fighter made a lot of money. Your favorite fighter is still in good health. Hey, it is what it is. That's their job. You're not going to win every time at work. I know I don't. I work in the medical industry. I don't win all the time. I try to win all the time, but I don't win all the time. But with that being said, man, it was another great live. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I don't think that either fighter is avoiding each other. You know, both fighters are great fighters. They just got to fight each other so that we know who's the best. Until either one of these fighters fight the other one, none of us can say who's the best. They're both good. They're both out here doing what they're supposed to do. Now it's time for us to see the fight so that we can make this decision once and for all. And guess what? Whoever wins this fight the first time, you got to run it back. Let's do it. Let's do it a second time. And if we still don't have a clear choice on who's better, let's do a trilogy. The best out of three. And in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of money to be made. I appreciate you, Big Boxing, man. Thanks you for tuning in tonight, man. Thanks, Mooney Soon. Thank Derek Pettis. Thank King Pop. Thank everyone who tuned in today, that hit the like button, that subscribed to my channel, that support me, man. I appreciate y'all, man. You can support me by just hitting the freaking like button. It's all good when you guys send me cash apps It's all good. I mean, I appreciate that, but it's nothing more than someone subscribing and hitting the like button to BNboxing News. And with that being said, I appreciate it, everyone. Thank you, Mooney Soon. I appreciate everyone that tuned in today. It was definitely a freaking pleasure. Definitely a freaking pleasure. I'm gonna come on later on this evening, man. I'm gonna come on later on this evening because this is a hell of a topic that got to be discussed, and I ain't done with it yet. I ain't done with the shit yet. But with that being said, this is Nick with BNboxing News, and I'm out here as always. Church. Peace, and we out.